Fantastic. Oh, forgot my other computer was up. And there we go. Okay, here we go. So reminder, this board is from 2018. So 2018 game board. We will go through 4 Jeopardy categories and then 2 pub trivia, 2 questions per. Don't buzz beyond that. If you do in the first round, I'll let it go. I'll remind you. If you do in the second round, it'll be negative points. I will then also publicly shame you for buzzing in 3 times in a category, and then we'll go from there. And the reminder, as always, if I mispronounce a word, I will spell it. And it's very highly likely that I will mispronounce a word. So be prepared for that. It's also awesome that I'm terrible at spelling. So it really works really well together. All right, here we go. Twin Peaks, P-E-E-K-S, P-E-E-K-S, Twin Peaks. For 1 point. The infamous Cray twins were among the last to be locked up in this London prison. The infamous Cray twins were among the last to be locked up in this London prison. 5, 4, Michael?
The Tower of London.
That is correct for 1 point. Twin Peaks for 2 points. In 1950, 2 brothers set up McWhirter Twins Limited to sell facts to newspapers. Soon, they created this record book. In 1950, 2 brothers... Allison.
Guinness.
Guinness Book of World Records is correct for 2 points. Twin Peaks for 3 points. The American Castro brothers, twins Joaquin and Julian, are big in this state's politics. The American Castro brothers, twins Joaquin and Julian, are big in this... Lauren.
Florida?
Florida is incorrect. Minus 3 points. Pass it on over to the UFAs. The American Castro brothers, twins Joaquin and Julian, are big in this state's politics. So Allison,
New Mexico came to mind, but I don't know for sure.
I'm good to pass.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Unless anyone knows.
All right, let's pass.
Julian Castro, of course, ran in the Democratic primary. He is from the state of Texas.
Of course.
Texas.
He says so condescendingly.
I mean, follow some politics, Bailey. I mean, it's only your neighbor to the south.
I'm a Canadian.
I know. That's why I'm busting on you. Twin Peaks for 4 points. The Quinn twins of Canada, better known by these 2 first names, want you to know everything is awesome. The Quinn twins of Canada, better known by these 2 first names, want you to know everything is awesome. 5, 4.
Can you spell Quinn?
Q-U-I-N-N. Q-U-I-N-N. Is there a different Canadian spelling of Quinn I need to know about? The Quinn twins of Canada. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tegan and Sarah. Tegan and Sarah. Come on, Bailey. 5 points. I'm glad you're here. 5 points. Twin Peaks. Last name of twin British playwrights, Anthony and Peter. Michael.
Schaffer.
Schaffer is correct for 5 points. Well done. World leaders. World leaders is next. Our next is next. World leaders is next. 1 point. In 2017, protests and a puppy were among this Russian leader's 65th birthday gifts. In 2017, protests and a puppy were among this Sam.
Putin.
That is correct for 1 point. I don't know how you received the protest as a gift, but world leaders for 2 points. Normally, it would be a secret type thing, but South Korea has announced it has a hit squad for this man. Normally, it would be a secret type thing, but South Korea has announced it has a hit squad for this man. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kim Jong-un. Kim Jong-un. World leaders for 3 points. In 2017, 31-year-old Sebastian Kurz said Danke as this country made him one of the world's youngest leaders. In 2017, 31-year-old Sebastian Kurz said Danke, D-A-N-K-E, as this country made him one of the world's youngest leaders. Allison.
Austria.
Austria is correct for 3 points. World leaders for 4 points. In New Zealand, Jacinda Mania brought Jacinda Ardern to power in 2017 for this left-wing party, spelled with a U. In New Zealand, Jacinda Mania brought... Michael?
Labor.
Labor Party is correct for 4 points. World leaders for 5 points. Yoweri Museveni in power in this East African land since 1986, says he planted bananas and has to stay to see them bear fruit? Yoweri Museveni, Yoweri Museveni, in power in this East African land since 1986, says he planted bananas and has to stay to see them bear fruit. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Uganda. Uganda is the country. Did you know that, Bailey?
Oh, that's a bad one. That's anyways, that's a bad one for me to not get right. And yes, I said it at the same time as you.
Fantastic.
But no, not enough to buzz.
Okay. State
I don't know.
consumables. State consumables is up next. Making this juice, the state beverage didn't get bogged down in the Massachusetts legislature. Making this juice the state beverage, Allison.
Cranberry.
Cranberry juice is correct for 1 point. State consumables, and they're all over the place. Cranberry bogs, like they're quite. You drive on Cape Cod, they're every other house, it seems, has some sort of bog in their backyard. State consumables for 2 points. Since 1987, Apple has naturally been this eastern state's state muffin. Since 1987, Apple has naturally been this eastern state's state muffin. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. New York, the Big Apple. Okay.
It seemed too easy to be New York.
Yeah. Apparently, they're state everything, Bailey. Like we do things strange down here. State consumables for 3 points. These green represent South Carolina as state vegetable. These green represent South Carolina as state vegetable. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Collard greens. Collard greens. State consumables, 4 points. You've still got a little right here after eating this pie. Maine state dessert. You've still got a little right here after eating this pie. Maine state dessert. 5, 4. Sam?
Blueberry.
Blueberry is correct for 4 points. I don't know what that reference is. I assume it's a movie line of some sort or commercial, maybe. State consumables, 5 points. Double talk name of Ohio's state native fruit. Double talk name of Ohio's state native fruit. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I've never heard of this fruit. The pawpaw? Nope. Sorry. All right. Let's see what's next. Movie titles in foreign lands. Movie titles in foreign lands. So I'm going to give you the name of a movie in a foreign country that was released here as well. And you're going to give me the name of the movie here in North America. Movie titles in foreign lands. In Argentina, Vaseline was the word for this 1978 film set in the 50s. In Argentina, Vaseline was the word for the 1978 film. Michael?
Greece.
Greece is correct for 1 point. Movie titles in foreign lands. But do they dub over Vaseline as the word in the song? I'm confused. Movie titles in foreign lands. This 2010 film played in Japan with the title meaning Mysterious Thief Gru's Moon Theft. This 2010 film played in Japan with the title meaning Mysterious Thief Gru's Moon Theft. 5, 4, 3, 2. Michael.
Despicable Me.
That is correct for 2 points. You are now out of this category. Movie titles in foreign lands. To Mexican moviegoers, Macaulay Culkin was left behind as My Poor Little Angel, a.k.a. Bailey.
Home Alone?
Home Alone is correct. These are making my day. Israel retitled this film Love in the Skies, but we'd say Goose's experience in said skies was not as fun as Maverick's. Sam.
Top Gun.
Talk to me, Goose. Top Gun is correct for 4 points. Movie title, I'm not going to lie, I'm looking forward to the sequel. It's going to be terrible, but I'm looking forward to it. Movie titles in foreign lands. In 2017, Edgar Wright tweeted that in China, this film he directed is called Extreme Bandit Car God. In 2007, Edgar Wright tweeted that in China, this film he directed is called Extreme Bandit Car God. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Baby Driver. Baby Driver. All right, we move to pub trivia. Everybody lock in 3 points apiece. Same rules apply for the first 5 and second 5 so that we can make this work. All right. We begin here. On Gilligan's Island, Captain Jonas Grumby of the SS Minnow was known by what nautical nick? Michael.
Skipper.
The skipper is correct. On Saturday Night Live, David Spade popularized the catchphrase "bye-bye" in his role as a what? On Saturday Night Live, David Spade popularized the catchphrase "bye-bye" in this role as a what? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. From Lauren saying, oh, did they get negative points on that last one? Yes. Okay. Heather, can you update when you have a second, please? The answer there is flight attendant. Flight attendant. He and Helen Hunt, I believe, was the other flight attendant. As people were leaving the plane, they would complain and they tell them bye-bye. Let's see.
I think they should be at 13. They were at 10 and they should have gained 3 there.
The Free Musketeers?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so they should be at 13?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Heather. All right, 3 more to go in this category, or this set of categories. Once dubbed the notorious BAG, Brian Austin Green starred in what 90s teen drama? Bailey.
90210.
That is correct for 3 points.
Not even embarrassed.
You shouldn't be. One of our coworkers at Kaplan has 90210 as the password to their Zoom room. I'm not going to tell you who, but there is someone who has 90210 as their password to their Zoom room. For a long time, he was one of the coaches on the talent show The Voice. Adam Levine is best known as the frontman of what rock band? Bailey.
Maroon 5.
You Will Be Loved. Maroon 5 is correct for 3 points. One of the most translated books in the world, Anne Frank's original diary, was published in what language? One of the most translated books in the world, Anne Frank's... Allison?
Dutch.
Dutch is correct for 3 points. Well done. All right. Let's go to our next 5. One of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Camille Grammer, is the ex-wife of the TV star... Bailey?
Kelsey Grammer.
That is incorrect. I will finish the question. One of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Camille Grammer, is the ex-wife of the star of what TV sitcom? So you have a chance to steal here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Bailey, you got that wrong. So Lauren, Michael, and Daryl have a chance to steal.
Frasier.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, Frasier. Final answer.
That is correct for 3 points. 4 more to go. Orzo is a type of Italian pasta shaped like what? Orzo is... Allison?
Rice.
Rice is correct for 3 points. Out on parole since 2007, Sarah Jane Moore spent decades in prison for trying to assassinate whom? Out on parole since 2007, Sarah Jane Moore spent decades in prison for trying to assassinate whom? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Why do all assassins have 3 names? Gerald Ford. Gerald Ford. Like if I... Never mind. I was about to go down a bad path with something I was going to say. Let's go. Let's go on. Paris's largest airport is named after what French leader? Sam.
Charles de Gaulle.
That is correct. 1 more to go. Passed by Congress in 1798, the Sedition Act focused on what problem? Passed by Congress in 1798, the Sedition Act focused on what problem? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Treason. Treasonous activity. All right, we go back to Jeopardy. We are at 30-16. The UFAs on top of the Free Musketeers. And we have 4 categories to go. Literature on the map. Literature on the map. For 2 points. In St. Petersburg, it's not far from Raskolnikov's murder spree in this book to the bridge where he considers suicide. In St. Petersburg, it's not far from Raskolnikov's, Rasko... Sam?
Crime and Punishment.
That is correct for 2 points. Thank you for making me not say that word again. Literature on the map. Jack Kerouac and Henry Miller both penned books with this big stretch of Pacific coast in their titles. Jack Kerouac and Henry Miller both penned books with this big stretch of Pacific coast in their titles. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Big Sur. Big Sur. For 3 points. Kite runner Amir lives in the Wazir Akbar Khan district and takes part in the kite competition all in this city. Kite, Allison?
Kabul.
That is correct for 6 points. 6 points on that one. Literature on the map. Rooster Cogburn is a deputy marshal in Fort Smith, Arkansas, and this Charles Michael?
True Grit.
True Grit is correct for 8 points. In Chicago, there's a big economic difference between the mansion where Bigger Thomas worked and his family's apartment just a few blocks away in this novel. In Chicago, there's a big economic difference between the mansion where Bigger Thomas worked and his family's apartment just a few blocks away in this. Michael?
Native Son.
That is correct for 10 points. Seemed like that one pained you slightly, but you got it right. They're in the band. They're in the band is our next category.
Lauren, are you still on the buzzer? I don't see your name anymore.
Yeah,
Did it-
so I was confused because
The
it
old
just.
test buzz.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right. It went?
It went.
That's weird because it's not showing up on my
So
end.
do me a favor. Are you on your mobile?
Uh-huh.
Refresh the page,
Oh,
and then it'll ask you if you want to rejoin the game.
there we go.
Fantastic. Yep, you bet. All right, they're in the band. They're in the band. This Rolling Stones guitarist, summing it up, I've never had a problem with drugs. I've had problems with the police. Michael.
Keith Richards.
That is correct for 2 points. They're in the band. After deciding, quote, I was growing out of it, end quote, this performer was no longer in sync with that group. After deciding, Daryl?
Justin Timberlake.
That is correct for 4 points. They're in the band. It's all right. They're in the band. Darius Rucker named this Hold My Bailey?
Hootie and the Blowfish?
That is correct for 6 points. Nice quick buzz there. 44-40. 44-40. They're in the band. Hold On. In 2015, this stately band featuring Brittany Howard topped the Billboard 200 with Sound and Color. Hold On. In 2015, this stately band featuring Brittany Howard topped the Billboard 200 with Sound and Color. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alabama Shakes. Alabama Shakes. I was hoping it was going to be a Wilson Phillips clue, but instead, Alabama Shakes. They're in the band. 437 hopefuls, including Stephen Stills, auditioned to join this TV band. 437 hopefuls, including Stephen Stills, auditioned to join this TV band. Pardon me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey, they're the Monkees. Up next, Declaration of Independence signers. Declaration of Independence signers. Sorry, Bailey. Brothers Richard Henry Lee and Francis Lightfoot Lee were two of the signers from this state. Brothers Richard Henry Lee and Francis Lightfoot Lee were two of the signers from this state. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Found out they're the great uncles of Robert E. Lee as well. They're from the state of Virginia. State of Virginia. Declaration of Independence signers. If you ever watch the musical 1776, there's a whole song about Richard Henry Lee. Talks about being from the state of Virginia. Declaration. My brother made me watch musicals growing up. Declaration of Independence signers. And I enjoyed it. Let's be honest. Alphabetically, these cousins were the first two signers. Alphabetically, these cousins were the first two signers. 5, 4. Sam?
John Adams and John Quincy Adams.
That is incorrect. Minus 4 points. We are now tied at 40 with a chance to steal for Michael Graham, Daryl, and Lauren. I'll read it one more time. Alphabetically, these cousins were the first two signers. Alphabetically, these cousins were the first two signers.
John and Sam Adams.
So John Adams, Sam Adams.
Yeah,
Are we confident?
pretty confident.
All right. John Adams and Sam Adams, final answer.
A Sam Adams is the beer that I cut my finger on Sunday. John and Sam Adams is correct. You have a Sam Summer and you think, oh, it's going to be fine. Nope. Bottle just snapped. Declaration of Independence signers for 6 points. He's better remembered for signing an infamous redistricting bill while governor of Massachusetts. I live there. I can't say it. He's better remembered for signing an infamous redistricting bill while governor. Michael.
Gerrymander
So
is the redistricting. So
what's your answer to the question?
Jerry.
Jerry is correct. Elbridge Jerry is correct. Well done. You got there. Declaration of Independence signers. 2 Benjamins signed for Pennsylvania. Benjamin Franklin and this noted physician. 2 Benjamins signed for Pennsylvania. Benjamin Franklin and this noted physician. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Benjamin Rush. Benjamin Rush, a triple stumper on the show. Declaration of Independence signers. A statue of Charles Carroll, the last surviving signer, represents this state in the U.S. Capitol. A statue of Charles Carroll, the last surviving signer, represents this state in the U.S. Capitol. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Maryland. Maryland. Fun family fact. My grandfather used to tell a story that we were distantly related to Charles Carroll of Carrollton. There's no truth to that fact. He just liked telling people that story. There you have it. Super heroic terms. Super heroic terms. This is our last Jeopardy category. It's 50 to 40. The Free Musketeers are on top. Super heroic terms. Batman actually did have shark repellent on this belt at all times. Batman actually did have shark repellent on this belt at times. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. His utility belt. His utility belt. Super heroic terms for 4 points. Now meaning a secret identity, this 2-word term from the Latin originally meant trusted friend. Now meaning a secret identity, this 2-word term, Allison?
Alter ego.
That is correct for 4 points. Super heroic terms. This term for a hero's partner once had ER on the end. This, Sam?
Sidekick.
That is correct for 6 points. Super heroic terms for 8 points. This term for a villain's minion or underling once meant a Highland chief's right-hand man. Lauren?
Henchman?
Henchman is correct for 8 points. Super heroic terms for 10 points. A group of mugshots gives us this 2-word term for all the enemies of a particular hero. A group of mugshots gives us this 2-word term for all the enemies of a particular hero. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A rogues gallery. A rogues gallery. We go to pub trivia. Everybody get excited. Redo my formatting yet again. Okie dokie. Where did I highlight? All right, here we go. So again, 5 and 5. These are worth 6 points apiece. 58 to 50 is the score. Free Musketeers on top of the UFAs. We start in Rudyard Kipling's poem Gunga Din. Gunga Din works for the British Army as a what? In Rudyard Kipling's poem Gunga Din works for the British Army as a what? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A water boy. He runs water to the British soldiers. Named for a Greek word meaning not intoxicating, what gem was once thought to prevent drunkenness? Named for a Greek word meaning not intoxicating, what gem was once thought to prevent drunkenness? 5. Sam?
Amethyst.
That is correct for 6 points. 58 to 56. In 1939, what car company unveiled the Hydromatic drive, the first fully automated transmission? In 1939, what car company unveiled the Hydromatic drive, the first fully automated transmission? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oldsmobile. Oldsmobile. 2 more to go in this category. Oh, house phone's ringing. You know it's exciting then. And it's spam. All right. I have a lot of fun with the spam colors now. Like all of my aggression and anger I have towards my children, I take out on them by just keeping them on the phone as long as I can. I recorded one, put it on YouTube. He had some choice words for me at the end of it. Let's see. What movie icon's body was buried under 6 feet of concrete after it was stolen and recovered in 1978? What movie icon's body was buried under 6 feet of concrete after it was stolen and recovered in 1978? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Charlie Chaplin. Charlie Chaplin. All right. 5 more to go. 58-56. Here we go. In the Rolling Stones' iconic tongue and lip design logo, how many teeth are visible? In Rolling Stones' iconic tongue and lip design logo, how many teeth are visible? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 4. There are 4 teeth visible in the logo. The only item that William Shakespeare left his wife Anne in his will was his second best what? The only item that William Shakespeare left his wife Anne in his will was his second best what? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. His bed. His second best bed was the only thing he left his wife. While on television, Mark Cherry titled most of the Desperate Housewives episodes after songs by whom? Mark Cherry titled most of the Desperate Housewife episodes after songs by whom? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Musical playwright Stephen Sondheim. Stephen Sondheim. Yes, that's right. We go to 2 left. Let's see what we got here. 58-56 still. Coming down to the wire. On the human hand, which fingernail typically grows the fastest? On the human hand, which fingernail typically grows the fastest? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I injured mine. The middle finger. The middle finger. All right. I won't show you explicitly the middle finger, but all right. Last question. So it comes down to this. Let me find a question that we have not used before. Okay, here we go. Coveted for its flavor and relatively healthy fat content, Wagyu is a variety of what type of meat? Bailey.
Beef.
Beef is correct for 6 points. 62-58. The buzzer beater is good. And the UFAs take home the title for today. Great match. Well played. Appreciate everyone hopping on. And I believe you all have 1 match left, right? This is your 3rd. So 1 more. This is the last match for this week. We come back after July 4th next week and have some more fun here on the TPT. So, also next Thursday, most likely will be our Kaplan karaoke at 5 p.m. If you're still interested in submitting a karaoke recording, feel free to send it to me. I'll match it with the actual music. And then we'll also be doing Kaplan's Got Talent in the not too future. So get pumped, get excited. But with that said, appreciate everybody.